Hey friends, we are back. Thank you for joining us for part 2. This is day 1, part 2, Parade of Homes, St. George. And as promised, this next house is worth the wait. It is so incredible. You are just not ready. It is so awesome. There are not even words, just wow is all I have to say. From top to bottom, this house is so well themed. It is incredible. The details from the wall coverings to just the furniture, it is beautiful. And I actually love the theme. The Vikings, it's just so strong, so powerful, and yet it has a glamour and elegance that is unmatched. Something I really haven't seen before. Tell me in the comments, what do you think of this house? I love it. I really in particular love in this house the combinations of metal and wood and rock. It just works. They also add a lot of fur coverings, and it is really just the right touches. Every little detail is just so right on with this house. I love the shields that are on the staircase. It creates just the coolest wall mural that has such a dynamic, and it reminds me of How to Train Your Dragon, but in all the best ways. Even the color palette and the light fixtures just really work with this theme, and things that you would not think go with this theme are just so magnificent, and they just work here. Obviously, they do have some things that are overt and obvious Viking emblems, but they also have so many things that are so subtle and just really genuinely awesome that work with this theme. When we left this house, we were like, okay, what would our family theme be? What would our house theme be from top to bottom? If we were to theme not just one room, but our entire house, what would it be? And we really couldn't think of one theme for our entire house, but I don't know. Give me a couple ideas. What themes would work for an entire house? I mean, if you did a whole Disney house, would you get too tired of it? If you did too much like Star Wars, would it get too much? I feel like there are some things that could feel like too much, but I don't think that this Viking theme would ever feel like too much, just because it's something that's so like strong and cool. But what themes would be timeless? We had kind of discussed a Peter Pan theme and if that would work for us. It's kind of been a repeating theme in our lives, in our marriage. I don't know. We kind of could make it work, but it would have to be really cleverly done. I don't think we want to do like overt. It's something, that's unique. It's not the modern farmhouse theme that's on everybody's bucket list right now, I think that everybody's getting a little bit overwinded from that, but just because it's so overdone. So this is something that's kind of new and fresh. It's a new idea to do something that's kind of like a fun theme like this. I also really love the storybook house that was in the last episode. It's not really a storybook house, but you know what I mean. It's the one with the cool library. Maybe one day if we move to Golden Oaks or something. Also, this sink. Just take a look at this sink. Honest mom poll. How do we feel about doing dishes in this sink? And this cabinet, for real. I love it. This house was my husband's favorite house. And I think it is like man house. Like, is it like man cave all over? Goodness, that view is pretty. I really do love the massive fireplace though. Wow. And the view, oh my goodness. Can you see that open air with the fireplace in the evening or in the sunrise with snow or a cup of cocoa, something, a book? And here it is, steam sauna in the house. That is why my husband loves it. We were literally talking about the ideal house having a shower with a steam vent so that you could just detox at the end of the day. And here it was, a house with a shower with a vent. And this one even had an ice bath and a sauna. So there you go. Talk about the part that I love. I love having a washer and dryer in the master closet. Whoever thought that that was a good idea, thank you, because that is a good idea. That is luxury at its finest. Having a washer and dryer in your closet. Nay, having more than one washer and dryer in the house. That is luxury. And maybe one day I will have that in my house too. Today is not that day. But bucket list, it is coming for you. Can we talk about these shelves for just a minute and how there is a curve in the shelves which makes them almost impractical, but really cool, but not practical? What are your thoughts? Tell me. This pantry with the pullouts was also overly practical, so maybe that makes up for the purely decorative shelves that are in the kitchen. We need to give a moment of homage to the man cave garage. This is why we call this house the man cave house. It is the ultimate ending to the man cave house. A Bentley, a Ferrari, and a Lambo. These next two houses were also in the same neighborhood. Same amazing views. Same lux, same amazing quality of house, but literally just wow. Because these were the biggest houses on the tour and it was the end of the day, these were really busy houses. They were very crowded. My kids were very overstimulated, and we were very done by this time too. But it was still super exciting to see this level of luxury house. Was just really beautiful. What struck me though was most of these houses are really neutral. Their main color palette is neutral. There's not a lot of risky colors in a lot of places. And the trend right now seems to be white oak. So I wonder if in 20 years they'll look back and say, oh well, white oak is the dated look. Or will it stand the test of time? two things a lot of these houses had as well was the Miki Couture blankets and the Moji Life scents. Both of them awesome. Have I invested in either one? Not yet. Maybe someday. I think both of them are a little bit out of the price range for investing in, especially where there's so many other options for scents and blankets at a more reasonable price range. Okay, let's talk about kitchen islands for a minute. I personally love the double kitchen island. My family said, one kitchen island is plenty. But I mean, you can have one island for, making stuff. You can have one island that's people are eating at. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me what your opinion is. The kitchen is the heart of the home, so that is where people gather. That is where the central is. That's where, I spend most of my time making things and doing things. So if people can gather there, the more the merrier. So if there's space for people to work around or stand there, I think that the double island provides more space for more people. And oh my word, isn't this the most ideal pantry in the world? I mean, there's space, it's like a butler's pantry. Wow, I'm on board. I just want to take another second and appreciate that this closet is bigger than my current bedroom. Let's talk about that. And I am just betting, I don't know, maybe they don't declutter as much as other people do, to clear out space for their closet. To give you perspective, there are 7 kids in our family, and I am fairly certain that we could not fill up this closet between all of us. However, if somebody wanted to randomly gift me this house, I would put in a very concerted, honest effort and do my very best. How genius is it that the yoga room / workout room is right off the main bathroom, which has a beautiful view right off the backyard. Smart. And I will just let this bathroom speak for itself. All right, my friends, we are getting to the very last house. This is the last one of the day for day 1. That doesn't mean this is the last one of our tour. We do have day 2. I will be posting those next week in the same format, part 1 and part 2. My favorite part of this house has to be right as you come in this main hallway, the reading nook. Isn't this beautiful? I think I would probably spend a lot of time here with my kids if this was our house. Lighting just makes a difference. I don't know if you can see, but my son is just beat. He is so done. But this walk-through closet is really cool. The guest suite is really pretty. And then we walk into the bedrooms, and the wallpaper is just really pretty. I also really love the arched beds and the 4-poster beds. I love the end tables and the side tables. They are really beautiful. They are elegant and add a nice, beautiful touch to this house. There are a lot of florals in this house. It has a lot of French country style to it, and I love that style. This media room was also really cool. We loved that it had a division where there was kind of a game table / eating table, and then there was the couches so that you weren't eating on the couches. Who doesn't love not having crumbs on their couches? This mom. But it also had a really cool surround sound. The decor was beautiful as well. It used to be that I saw a lot of round tables. Are we going back to the regular long tables now? Is round out? Did we find out that round was not working for people? What is the consensus on round tables? Was it a temporary fad? I'm not really sure. For a minute there, I really wanted a round table. But maybe it's good that I just kept my table the way that it is because maybe it was a temporary fad. I think it just depends on your space and the people that you have in your family. Thoughts? Now we're talking. Peloton is something I know and love. If you don't have a Peloton, man, you are missing out. Seriously though, if you need a motivational coach, get a Peloton or even just subscribe. I mean, I am not paid by Peloton, but I could tell you all day how much they just help me to be more motivated in my life in general. Allie Love recently played Unsteady, and she said, if you have ever felt unsteady, raise your hand. And there was not one person in that room who did not raise their hand. And I was sitting on my bike at home raising my hand, and she said, look around. We all feel a little unsteady. I almost fell off my bike because how many times do we feel unsteady alone? Gosh, Peloton, thanks. You're not alone. We finished our day at the Pizza Factory in St. George, which is native to St. George. And if you haven't been there, if you haven't been to St. George, or if you're going to St. George, this is a must go. And it was so good. Their breadsticks, wow, that was a win. Win for my whole family. Not one person left there unhappy. So thank you, Pizza Factory. That was a win. Thank you for tuning in. Next week, we are doing day 2. So keep watching, keep your heads up. We will keep it split the same way. We'll see you next time. And if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Bye, friends. See you next time.